morning. All right. This is Dr. Herbert Harris giving people a chance to get on. Here we go. Let's sing it now. Come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. I tell you, come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. The time to love is here. Let these troubled days be done. Good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is our daily success reading, number 165. Whoa, good grief. Thank you so much for joining us today. Those of you on Instagram, those of you on Facebook, this is your day for living, sharing, and being alive. This is my day for living, sharing, and being alive. Let's affirm that together. This is my day for living, sharing, and being alive. One more time. This is my day for living, sharing, and being alive. Whoopee! I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, folks, another great day in the neighborhood. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and we have our daily success reading, number 165 from the 12 Universal Laws of Success Super Achiever Edition. Now, if you don't have your copy, you need to get it. Of course, it's available on Amazon, but let me tell you, you need to get it on our website, www.12, that's the number 12uls.com. And when you get it on our website, number one, I'll autograph it, but number two, you get free access to a webinar we're doing Sunday, June 13th at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a webinar called Do It Now, How to Overcome Procrastination. Do It Now, How to Overcome Procrastination. And someone asked me, well, why are you starting it at 2:45? I started at 2:45 out of a tribute to my mentor. I worked for Reverend Ike as the head of the Science of Living Institute. Reverend Ike, many of you young folks may have never heard about him, but he was one of the first televangelists, big time on television, and he had his services at 2:45 in the afternoon. And the reason, because many people who came to his church went to other churches. But 2:45, how to overcome procrastination, and it's free when you get your copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success at the number 12uls.com. Hey, Quee Jones, Starbond, Star Mac, everybody's with us today. Thanks so much for joining us. Today's lesson is one that is critical. We've been dealing with the 11th law of success, of course, the law of persistence. If you're not persistent, you will fail. If you're not persistent, the goodies will elude you. If you're not persistent, chances are you will not live your dreams, but you will live the dreams of somebody else. So, what is the secret here? What is the key with this persistence? Well, persistence is so important because without persistence, you will not be successful. Napoleon said, victory belongs to the most persevering. Many times you win by refusing to lose, by just hanging in there, throwing another blow, doing what must be done one more time. And so the question, of course, arises, if persistence is the key ingredient for achieving success, and it is, then why don't people persist? Are there things that keep people from being persistent when they know the payoff? When they know if they persist, they will achieve their goals? On page 187, we read, obstacles to persistence. The main obstacles to the habit of persistence are the fear of criticism, the fear of failure, and the habit of procrastination. That's the big three, babe. The fear of criticism, the fear of failure, and the habit of procrastination. So, conversely, if you can master, if you can overcome these three things, then there's nothing to stop you from being what you want to be, doing what you want to do, and having whatever you want to have. So let's look at this. The fear of criticism takes away your drive, takes away your creativity, and takes away your self-confidence. If you permit yourself to hear criticism, I'm going to read that again. If you permit, if you allow, if you give your attention to criticism, it can make you doubt yourself. Realize that most people criticize other people out of ignorance, envy, jealousy, and feelings of inferiority. So let's look at this. When other people criticize you, this criticism can make you doubt yourself, can make you become indecisive. It can even discourage you. But when you understand that most people who criticize you are doing so out of ignorance, they just don't know. Doing so out of envy. Oh gosh, they wish that they could be you. Doing so out of jealousy. Oh gosh, jealousy is envy of you. Negative feelings about your success, negative feelings about your accomplishments. Many people criticize you out of feelings of inferiority themselves. Not your inferiority. There's no inferiority in you, but inferiority in themselves. Many of the other people who criticize you feel inferior to you. And that's why they have to say something negative. As long as you are being criticized, you are probably doing the right things to succeed. Remember this. In the thousands of years of human history, if you visit all of the antiquities, every place where people honor the great ones, you will never see a statue erected to a critic. You will never see a statue erected to someone who criticizes the works of other people. Number two, the fear of failure. The fear of failure takes the wind out of your sails. It is the manifestation of a lack of faith in yourself and in your abilities. In essence, the fear of failure is lack of faith in your source, in God. Lack of faith in your purpose. Lack of faith in your destiny. To overcome the fear of failure, realize that to fail means that you are trying. The more you fail, the more you succeed. The more you fail, the more you find new ways to try again. You see, as long as you stay committed to your goals, to your vision, to your dreams, then all you have to do is go one more time. Cast one more blow. Take one more step. You literally fail your way to success if you just don't quit. It's not how many times you stumble down. It's the number of times you pick yourself up off the ground and keep moving on to meet your goals. Failure is just a dress rehearsal for success. Failure is like a pressure situation that makes you get better. Many times we don't achieve the success that we're seeking because we're not quite ready to handle it. And so failures make you prepare yourself, make you get better at it. Create that state of consciousness where success must come when you overcome failure and do not quit. The third obstacle to persistence is the habit. Notice this, habit. Habit means a course of behavior, a type of behavior, a chosen behavior. You choose your habits. Your habits don't choose you. Someone once said that you choose the habit in the beginning, but in the end, the habit chooses you. You choose the habit until it becomes so ingrained in you that you know nothing else. The habit of procrastination is the number one cause of failure. You can recognize the value of persistence, but procrastinating getting started, practicing persistence. So you can read this chapter. You can listen to all the good things about being persistent and all the good things that can come to you when you're consistent about what you're pursuing, and then procrastinate about putting these principles into action. Everything that happens in the world is being done now, in the present. The only time that actually exists is the present. Yesterday is a canceled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. We often say nobody is promised tomorrow. Absolutely true. But everyone has today, now. The only time to take action on your goals, on your vision, is now. Whatever happens tomorrow is already determined by what you do or do not do today. If you procrastinate and put off until tomorrow what should have been done today, you have already impacted tomorrow. Simplistic. You get a letter from the power company saying that if you don't pay your bill by 5 o'clock today, your lights are going to be turned off tomorrow. And 4:30 comes and you say, oh my goodness, I forgot. I'll do it tomorrow. They won't turn my lights off. Well, you may just get one of those diligent people who has that list of folks to turn off their lights, and he can't wait until 8 o'clock in the morning. He'll be right there at your door turning off your lights. You've seen it happen. All of us have cell phones. I know that you've experienced it. You know, especially now, many times they don't send you bills in the mail and you forget to pay that cell phone. And then one day you pick it up and it says, procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time. Even worse, procrastination is the thief of dreams. Persistence is built through continuous action. Procrastination is built through continuous inaction. Where there is no purposeful action through procrastination or otherwise, there can be no persistence and thus no results. Let me clarify that. No desired results. You see, you always get results. If you don't pay your phone bill, you'll get a result. But they'll say, no one will be on the other end of that line. They'll call you, where they say they're kind of kind. They used to say, your phone has been turned off. Now they say, place your call again. You cannot reach that number. Why can't you reach it? Because it's been turned off. They didn't pay their bill. So when you are persistent about procrastinating, you get results, but it may not be the ones that you desire. It's usually not the ones that you desire. You strengthen the habit of procrastination when you put off making decisions until it is time to take action. When you don't act according to a plan, according to a timely plan, you put yourself in a box in a corner. And when that time runs out, you have no options. Let's look at that phone deal thing. When you get that notice that if you don't pay your bill by 5 o'clock, they're turning your phone off. And you have this incredible opportunity. They're going to be calling you from, what is that? The Voice. You've had your audition and they loved you. And they're going to be calling you tomorrow morning to let you know that you're in and to get your ticket to fly out to California. And you didn't pay your bill. Not only you didn't pay it, you don't have the money. So now at 12 o'clock, you realize that if you don't pay that bill, that call won't come tomorrow. And it can change your life forever. When you put off making decisions to the last moment, so now it's 3 o'clock that day. You have important things to be done that day, but guess what? You got to stop what you're doing and go get the money to pay that bill. I know you've been in that situation. When these decisions get up on you and your options get fewer and fewer, when you get right up to the wire, you don't have any choice. You got to stop what you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. You got to go get that money. You got to go pay that bill. Because if you don't, you can miss the opportunity of your life. This habit of persistence. When you put off making decisions until it's time to take action. When you fail to keep track of your time. They often say time flies. Yes, it does. You better fly with it. When you fail to keep track of your time, the options that you had get fewer and fewer when you get yourself against the wall. You procrastinate when you put off unpleasant tasks. I don't want to go and borrow this money to pay my phone bill because if I go borrow the money, they're going to talk stuff. I had an uncle, a rich uncle, and he loved to loan you money because he loved to talk about how shiftless you were, how lazy you were. I mean, when you went to borrow money from him, you better put on your big boy pants, your big girl bloomers, because he was going to low rate you. He was going to talk. I know you have a relative like that. When you ask them for help, boy, they remind you of every time they've ever helped you. They remind you of all the advice they've given you and you did not follow it. So guess what? You put off going to see him. You put off going to ask that relative for help. But if that bill's not paid by 5 o'clock, that call won't come and your life may change in a way you don't want. So one recommendation today, if there's one thing to take away from this. Queen Jones said, she said, it's me. I'm that family member. You're the one everybody comes to borrow money. You're the one everybody comes to solve their problem. You're the one everybody comes to. I know what you're talking about, Queen. Yes. Yes, I know exactly where. You're that one, and they come. They keep coming, and they keep coming. Let me tell you something, folks. This piece of advice. When you start out your day, what is the most unpleasant thing you have to do today? What is the thing that you just detest doing? What is the thing that you don't want to do? If you want to free yourself, and make it a good day, do that thing first. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to not do, whatever your most unpleasant task, do it first. Because when you do the most unpleasant task first, the rest of the day belongs to you. Starborn said, me too, I'm that family member. Well, think about this, folks. The fact that you're up at 8 o'clock this morning, listening and being a part of what we're doing, means that you're already a special person who gets things done, who has solutions. And guess what? I don't care how dizzy people may be, they know who can help. Like they say, the dog doesn't bite the hand that feeds it, they know who can help. So the fact that people come to you means that you've done a lot already, that you've accomplished a lot already. The fact that you're the go-to person, pat yourself on the back. Okay. Some people you may need to make yourself a little less accessible, but the fact that people come to you means already that you have accomplished great things, and that in your mind, in their mind, you're the person who has them the action, who has their solution. Queen Jones said, I give them a lecture every time. I do too. I know what you mean, because you want to change them. You could tell them, I saw it coming 2 weeks ago when you were spending time buying this, buying that, and buying the other, and you should have been taking care of your obligations. I saw it coming. And many times, you know what? People need to hear it. There are a lot of times that people won't listen when they have options. But those lessons that you get when your back is against the wall, you'll thank that person. I had a coach once, and he charged me a lot of money. And boy, he gave me a reading that was so heavy. I thought about suing him to get my money back. How could he talk to me like that? But if he hadn't talked to me like that, if he hadn't said the things that he said to me, I probably wouldn't be here right now. He gave me a wake-up call when he finished laying it on the line of where, and it wasn't that what I was doing wrong, but he was laying on the line of what I wasn't doing right. Let's put it like that. See, criticizers tell you what you're doing wrong. People who uplift you tell you what to do right. Remember that. Criticizers tell you what you're doing wrong, but uplifters tell you how to do right. But when he finished telling me those, I call it that inspiring, motivational message. It turned my life around. Wow. What a day. Thank you so much for being here today. This has been our daily success reading, number 165 from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. Don't forget the webinar on Sunday, June 13th at 2:45 p.m. Do it now. How to overcome procrastination. And you can get it free access when you get a copy of our book, along with about $100 in other digital goodies. Go to www.12uls.com, get the book, and we'll automatically register you free for the Do It Now webinar on Sunday. Folks, what a great morning. What a great day. We're closing out another week. Woo-wee! We're going to go forth. We're going to do great things. We're going to go forth with a success attitude. Let's close with some affirmation. Today I go forth with a success attitude. Today I go forth with Today I go forth with a success attitude. Today I go forth with an attitude of great gratitude. Today I go forth with an attitude of greatness. Today I go forth with a loving attitude. Practice that today. Think of some of the things you want to go forth with. Today I go forth with a loving attitude. Today I go forth with a caring attitude. I'm going to give you one. Everybody might not be able to handle this one. Today I go forth with a money-making attitude. Some Somebody write that in your comments. Today I go forth with a money-making attitude. You do that, and your life is going to change. Folks, this is Dr. Herbert Harris saying thank you so much for being with us today. This is another great day for living, sharing, and being alive. You can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have, knowing that the best is yet to come.